Hi everyone. I want to take a few minutes and go through PNGs with you. PNGs will save out with a transparency, and I want to show you how to do that first of all from Photoshop and from Pixlr. And then after we save out an image with the transparency, I want to show you how to insert it into a web page with a colored background so that you can see some of the transparent pixels showing up above that background. Now, you may never use this in this class, you may stick with JPEGs, but if you are going to continue on as a web designer, then it's something that you're going to have to be familiar with or understand. So let's go ahead and get to it. So here I have a Photoshop file, and we're going to start with Photoshop, but then we'll go to Pixlr for those of you who are using that program. Here's a Photoshop file. This file is provided to you in the download practice files on the Canvas web page. When you open it, this is what it's going to look like. It's got several layers. Ignore all of that. Don't need to worry about anything if you're not really that familiar with Photoshop. Just know that it's on a transparent background, and I know that because of this checkerboard back here. I want to save the file with the transparency in place so that I can place it onto a background of a different color or of a color in general, and some of those transparent pixels are going to show through. So to save this file out of Photoshop, I come up to File, Save As, and on my desktop, here's the folder that I created, PNG Lab. And I want to save it in the Images folder. Here's an HTML file underneath it that I created, and I'm going to save it in the Images folder so that I can use the image tag to point to the image. So let me go over here, choose PNG, Save. You can keep it on the fastest saving option up here if you'd like. Click OK. And open it. This is our lab. Here's the original Photoshop file. And here's the one that I just saved. And here's the HTML file that we'll look at in a minute. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing for Pixlr. So once in Pixlr, click on the Advanced Editing, choose Open Image, and I'm going to find that Photoshop file. It has a PSD extension. I'm going to open it, and there it is. So in this program, the checkerboard is in black and a gray, but that's indicating your transparency. Here's my layers that I'm not going to mess with. All I really want to do here is go File, Save, give some PNGs, and I'm going to call this one Pixlr, since I already have one that is named GIFs and PNGs .png from the Photoshop file. The button that we have to click here then is Download to save it. When you're done saving the PNG, open Visual Studio Code, and I want to locate this folder and open it. So here we go. Click on Open, go to my desktop and find that folder. Open it. And it's a really simple web page that I have here. If I click on my Go Live button, you can see that it's just a page with a purple background. That's it. And I get that purple background in this style right here. We haven't gotten into CSS styling yet, but I want that purple background to be in there so that we can see some of the transparencies from the PNG sitting above this purple background. So let me put it in mobile view, itty bitty tiny. And I want to place an image tag between the body tags. Because this is so simple, we're not worrying about any of the semantic tags or anything else that would normally be in a web page. Instead, I just want the image tags. So let me start typing image source equals, and When I get the options pop up, I need to choose the images folder because all of our images, remember, are always in an images folder. And here's the two images, the one that I saved for Pixlr and the one that I saved for Photoshop. I can use either one. It simply will not matter. They're both the exact same image, just saved out of different programs and with different names. If I save that, what I want to point out to you here is that the edges of this image, when you look at them, they're a little funky, aren't they? What's happening is they used to be over a white background, like in the original image, probably in the Illustrator file that it was created in, and they now are transparent. So some of these pixels on the edges are maybe 90% transparent, 50%, 20%, and so on. Further out it goes, the more purple is showing through, which distorts the color. Take a look at the image now placed onto a yellow background. Check out the edges here. See how the yellow is coming through? So that kind of shows you what happens when you're placing something with a partial transparency onto different colored backgrounds. So that's it for pings and transparencies. As always, make sure that you reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm here to help you.